The enemy doesn't want me to tell you this. Last night, God decided to give me a dream. This dream was very important to me. I was in the middle of having this dream, and not to give you all too much info, but I gotta tell you, I was interrupted with a wet dream, which caused me to have to get up and clean myself up, and then I had to go back to sleep. When I went back to sleep, that's when I finally was able to finish the dream that God was trying to give me. Men, if you get a wet dream, in my understanding, demons are trying to attack you and they're trying to interrupt something. There's something they don't want you to perceive or see. In this dream, I was standing in a city. There was a Muslim man standing next to me. We were looking off in the distance and we saw clouds in the sky. But then I realized that I saw another cloud behind those clouds, but these clouds were different. It was like 6 rolling clouds stacked on top of each other. These clouds were moving at hundreds of miles per hour. I looked at the Muslim guy and I said, "What is that?" And he looked at me and he said, "That's the judgment cloud." This cloud was rolling in at hundreds of miles per hour. In the dream, I was driving something called a Cushman. That's one of our vehicles that we have at my job. I drove it up to a certain point and I plugged it up so it can charge. When I plugged it up, I realized I didn't see the Muslim guy anymore. I looked at the back of my car. The back of my car says Jesus is Lord on the back of my window. I realized it didn't say Jesus is Lord anymore. Somebody took the letters and flipped them and messed it up because they didn't want it to say that. The judgment cloud finally hit the city and it decimated everybody, destroyed them totally. I saw people getting ripped off of their feet, thrown, just get thrown and hitting the ground, hitting their head on the ground. It was terrible. Somehow I was standing in the cloud and nothing touched me. Immediately I perceived that this judgment cloud is also the rapture cloud. And it reminded me in Revelation 12 how at the same time the child is caught up, 1/3 of the stars come down. At the same time that we get raptured, judgment comes down. The enemy didn't want me to tell you this dream at all, but I'ma tell you. Share this video. Oh, and the color of this judgment cloud was gold. As beautiful as it was terrifying.